Hello everyone! Welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. It is order fulfillment day, so I'm trying to get these out like last second before Christmas. This is 2 weeks ago before you're seeing it, so don't worry, they should have them by Christmas. So before that, I'm going to go over the color name I chose for the D4, which was the next one in line for you guys to choose. And D4, I named it Moonlight Lilac. And I picked the name Galaxy Satin from the comments, and that was given by Deborah Casentino. So Deborah, your name is going in the pile for Dianca Pours, and hopefully she'll pick your name so you can get a free sample. Here's today's. We only have 3 left, you guys. Day 22. Oh, look at this one. This one is really cute. Let me move this. Look at how cute that one is. I love them. I really like them. They are so adorbs. Here's today's number 22 for Dianca Pours. Don't forget, put your name in, ooh, pink. The name for it in the comments. This is a glow-in-the-dark pigment. Charge it in the light and bring it into the dark and watch it shine. Look at that one. That is really pretty. Let me grab my UV light and we'll see if we could see what it's going to look like. I'm guessing pink, of course. Maybe bright pink. So think of a good name that she can name this one. Stick it in the comments and maybe yours will be chosen to put on the list. It doesn't mean it's actually going to get used, but we're going to try our hardest. Yep, it's glowing pink. So what's a good name for a glowing pink powder? That is the question, my friends. I'm going to put that in my little, I'm going to need a bigger jar to hold these until it's time to use them. All right, I've got a lot of orders and I pre-painted, so I have a lot of cross orders on order. So please be patient with me. I can't do them every day. These take a ton of time. It took me about an hour to put all those on. And I'm actually going to take the wording off because I can't get it perfect and I'm not happy with it. So I tried every brush. I tried the little eyeshadow applicator. I tried everything. It's still going to get in between those letters and I don't want it there. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to take those off. I'm pretty happy with the random colors. I just pulled a bunch of different mica powders out, intense, and I did that for the inside and the outside. Oh, you know what? I have to clean that little spot right there now that I'm looking at it up close. I thought that was a petal and it's not. So this one is not going to be poured pink. They did want the flowers random like I did them the first time. So if you didn't see the first video, all I'm doing is saving you a fast forward, quite a long one, of cleaning and painting these on. So if you want to see that fast forward, you'll have to go back to the original video because I'm not going to keep doing that on here. It's kind of difficult to do under a camera. This one's getting Aqua Frost. This is one of the new pigments, the pastels from the Into Resin kit. If it's not blue-green enough, she says to add mint to it. So these are 2 of them. This is this kit that you can get. These come with the all the metallics, all the pastels. Sorry, they're all upside down. All your inks, the normal ones, 2 sinker whites. So this is a great kit for you guys. If you haven't bought any yet, this is the one you're going to want. You're going to get the huge variety that they offer. We're going to do 4 angel ornaments. 1 in green, which I picked lawn green. I picked Sunny for the yellow. And then she wanted a baby blue and a pastel pink. So I pulled baby blue and strawberry cream. These are also from the Let's Resin 64 kit. And then we're going to do the 2 crystal butterflies, which I see I got powder on as I was painting the other ones. So these she wants done in yellow and red alcohol inks, and she told me it's okay if they merge together because most of the time you'll lose your yellow. So I'm pretty sure that's going to happen. Maybe I'll just do the drip effect. That way we can keep it. I think I might try that. And then we got these 3 ornaments. These are from Into Resin, and all she wants, look at this. I even had all these things turned over while I was putting those powders on and they still got in here. She wants these clear. with crushed crystal. So that should be pretty. These are a matte and shiny mold, so they're actually going to end up looking like frosted glass. And hopefully that crushed crystal is going to come through on the shiny parts. Now the cross I'm going to put in the pressure pot since it's an order and I want it to be bubble free as possible. I did look up the old video and this one held 12 ounces. So I'm going to mix up that first separately so I can concentrate on the others. So we'll mix up this, pour it, get it in the pot, and then we'll do those.
Brushes in hand and the world is my stage.
I got my 12 ounces mixed up, and while I was mixing it, hands-free mixer, I took my butterfly mold and I cut this one out because I want to put this one out of the two. I mean, I might cut this one up too. Here's all my pieces. I want to put it in the pressure pot, and it didn't fit on the shelf with the cross, so I cut it up really small. In fact, maybe I'll do that. Well, let me pour a little bit of this clear into a little cup because I don't need all 12, I don't think, and I don't need much for the butterflies. But let's get this in the vacuum chamber so I can cut up this one that'll fit a little bit better. So we're going to do Aqua Frost. Make sure you mix it really well. If you have one of those little vortex mixers, that works too really good for these kind of pigments. Oh geez. And you always have to repop the hole open because it's not a normal alcohol ink and it will dry at the tip of it. So I just put a little thumbtack in there. Let's get this colored. And I think she wanted a squirt of mint to make it more of a blue-green. So we'll do a little squirt of mint if it's going to come out. Just like that. Not too much. And I literally just took my craft knife and I went like this. I just cut this up close to the butterfly just because I don't need all this silicone. Now, this is from my eBay store, and we are sending them, you get both of them, but we're not sending them in one piece anymore. We are sending them separately, but they're not going to be obviously cut up like this. So if you need to cut off the extra silicone, do so carefully without messing up your piece. So I'm just going to continue on with that while this is in the vacuum chamber. So I can try to get them both in. I wouldn't have bothered if it wasn't an order, because it wouldn't have bothered me for an extra, but because it's an order, I want it perfect.
Glitz and glitter lighting up the night, painting dreams with a shimmer so bright, rhinestones dancing, catching every eye. This is my moment, gonna touch the sky.
This is my bottom shelf for the vacuum chamber, so that's why I have it on here. Probably don't have to put it through the vacuum chamber before you put it in a pressure pot, but you know what? Why not take the extra precautions? Let's just pour. That's all I'm going to do. Try to, oh, you know what I'm going to do? I am going to spritz around this too. The edges mostly, so we don't form any air pockets that we don't need. And I hope that doesn't come off. Otherwise, I will be painting it on after the fact. And then I'm just going to transfer this over to there. It's very easy to carry once it's on here. And I got the two butterflies done, so those fit perfectly now. Because I like this one for sure. This one is usually good without it. This one I do like to have the extra precautions. There's just the facets are a little more intricate. All right, that looks good. I will save that. Let's do, oh, I ripped my glove open. Okay, hopefully you can see this. Let me move these because I need a good angle I need to cut this. Let me have a little knife here. I trim these before they go out, but apparently I did not do my own. I have a couple little pieces that are sticking up, so let me just take care of that real quick. Because I forgot to do my own. I think that's good. Now those pieces of silicone, if you guys make your own molds at home, take these pieces of silicone and put them in your new batch of silicone and you will be able to use it as a filler. I don't do that because I sell mine and I don't want anything to happen. All right, so what I'm going to do is just drop some yellow and red and see what happens. The red can be very overpowering with yellow, so that's why I'm going to do it this way. And I hope it just combines nicely and keeps both colors, if possible. Ooh, that one's close. Now I'm going to do this one. Let me just turn it so I can reach it. Yellow and red. And then, gosh, I hope I have enough. I've never really measured these little things. Oh yeah. Then I might do a little swirl on the other one to make sure they combine. Not really combine, but not have so much of the clear. Maybe I will combine, get a little bit of orange since she didn't really care if they combined a little or not. That one I want a little more yellow in that corner, I think. Just put a little drop in there. That might look good. Just do a little swirly swirl. Make it pretty. All right, I'm gonna move this over to the pot and then we'll do the top. I'm literally gonna pour it on the spatula because if I put it on my top shelf, it's gonna cover my finger hole here that I can grab. So I'm just gonna pour it and hope and pray this comes out good. I always get nervous with things like this, especially on an order. Doesn't bother me so much when it's just a demo, because then I could just list it as a blooper. But when it's an order, it's the pressure. Now I do want to go around that edge. $12 ounces is almost the perfect amount. There's barely anything left. I know I used a little bit for the butterflies. I'm just going to go around here just in case there is an air pocket that it does not squeeze out. All right, so I'm just going to carry this over there, finish filling it up, and then I'm going to mix more resin. I've mixed up 8 ounces. I think that should be good, but I'm going to split out the angels first so I can dissolve the mica powder. So I just need a little bit of yellow and a little bit of green. The rest is alcohol ink. And then I will run it through the vacuum chamber. Get that off of there. A little bit of green. And then all we need is a little crushed crystal in that 6 ounces that I'm going to keep. And I think they're about 2 each. If I remember, I didn't go back and look or anything, but they don't hold that much. There's the yellow. I'm just going to squirt it in here, away from my face. There we go. And the green. So these, I think I need only about half of this cup for each one. So I think I'm going to pour these before I go into the vacuum chamber, just in case I need a little bit more. think they'll degas pretty good on their own. That should be about 6 left, I hope. Oh, almost perfect. Almost perfect. Just going to mix this up before I pour those clear ones. I will see if I need all of that. There's the green. That shouldn't make any bubbles. They're very, very thin, small. These have a lot of alcohol in it, so that will help stop the bubbles. Plus, I'm going to spritz them with alcohol. Let's see if I guess the right amount before I use up my clear. Let's do that one. You would think I would know this by now. I made these so many times this year. Oh, that's perfect. Absolutely perfect. 1/2 ounce each. All right, so let's do this one. Not sure if she wants these finished with rhinestones. I'll have to check. So I'm not sure what I'm finishing today at this moment. Okay, so since those were good, let's go ahead and mix this baby blue and strawberry cream. Of course, we need to open it again. Give me a second. That pigment dries up around the top of these bottles. There's your baby blue. And then what I'll do is I'll go around each one with a dotting tool to hopefully stop any bubbles that form around the edges of these. All right, let's do that one. It's all these 90-degree angles around. The whole thing is what I don't want to happen. Some in the head. Just a little bit left over on there. And then the pink. Oh, good. That one squirted right in. Make sure you wipe your stick off. You don't want to add any other color. It would have turned purple if I would have added that blue ink from here. All right, that looks good. That one almost blends in with the with the mold. Let me get my smaller squirt bottle so I'm not spraying everything here. All right, I will put the rest into something small. Let me grab a dotting tool. Actually, before I do that, I want to get some crushed crystal in here and get it in a vacuum chamber while I do that with the dotting tool, so I'm not wasting time with this resin. Just going to dip my stick in just like that. I didn't scoop anything out. Let's start with that. I think I'm going to go a little bit more. Not a lot. Just that. Just the very tip. And I will get this in the vacuum chamber. Even though that crushed crystal most likely will hide all those bubbles, I'm not going to chance it on an order. And while that's doing that, I'll just show you, if you're new to resin, take yourself a dotting tool and just work your way around all these straight edges. And hopefully, if there is a bubble, it will dislodge it, I hope. No guarantees. I need a thinner one though, because that top of the angel, I'll do like, these all have like a blunt tip, so you're not going to scratch your mold. So that's all I'm going to do while that is in the vacuum chamber. And then we'll pour them together. All we got to do is give them a little spritz and a pour and hope that 6 ounces is enough. I hope it is. Okay, that one's good. This one's a Christmas tree. And we'll probably have a little extra. I didn't think they took much from what I remembered. These are some bells. I did pour the extra of the blue and the pink into some little molds, a little turtle, a seahorse, and a flower. Let me just tap these up so I can dome them. And then we'll do something with this extra. Those are all domed. What do I have left? Wow, it took less than 2 ounces each. Let me see what I got. 1 ounce. That's amazing. That they didn't take that much. Let me pop some bubbles. I did go around all the angels with the dotting tool. Let's see, 1 ounce. Well, you know what? We could do a couple angels. But Christmas time is basically over by now, so maybe not. Let me grab a different mold. I ordered this new pigment paste I haven't gotten to from Dianca Pours. Let's try that in the rest of this resin. I just want to stir it up. It's pretty thick. And see what that looks like. I mean, it's going to be gorgeous. It's called True Value. True Value. Let's see what it looks like. I pulled out my flower mold and the water ripple butterfly. I know I'm mixing in some bubbles, but that's all right. Trying to get all that unmixed pigment paste off the sides. Let me just wipe my stick off because there was a ton of unmixed pigment paste on there. Give it another whirl and see what we got. Let's see. That looks good. Just gonna spritz this one because there's a lot of little crevices in there. And I always like pour it in like thirds. Squish it around that center portion. Get it all coated. And then do it like 2 more times. Get it in all those little petals. Hopefully that it doesn't always work out, but most of the time it does, especially if you spray it with alcohol. It'll get that resin into all those little spots. I just saw a few bubbles there that I don't want. Right there. Come on, pop. Grab a little dotting tool, pop it. There we go. Just fill it up. And then I think I will, gosh, I made a mess on this mold. Go into all those little petals, make sure I don't have a hole at the tip of one of them when we demold it. Get that off so it's not all stuck to the final piece. And let's see if we have enough to do the butterfly. Maybe, maybe not. Not sure. Now this one you have to squeeze the tips at the top. Whoops. Without spilling. Let's see if we can get this filled up. Hopefully scraping it'll be enough. I don't usually have a problem with those bottom wings. Just those top ones. Oh my gosh, it was like the perfect amount. 1 ounce. And I have like a pendant to spare. Let me find those cute little, really thin pendants I have. This one here. There's stuff in it. Let me grab a Q-tip. Get that out. Could be on the back, but oh, I think it's on the back. That one was inside. Just these little drips are going to fill this little thing up. It's crazy. It's just hard to get it around those little hole makers because it is so small. One drop, too much. Let's see if I could scrape. Oh, I'm sure if I get my spatula out, I could probably fill this whole entire thing up. Let's try it. These are really, really tiny over here. A couple of drips, fill them. And then I'll take a really, really small dotting tool and get that filled in around those hole makers. Look at that. Scrapings did the whole mold. I don't know if I have enough for that other one, but let's try it. I bet you I do. It's just a couple drops. Oh, how funny. Just when you think you're going to throw it away, you don't need to. That. I think it went in, all of them. Oh, it didn't go in this one. Just make sure these are completely cured and cooled before you ever plan on taking them out, because these top pieces will never make it. Well, I think we did a good job of no waste today. I just want to squeegee around these because these would not be fun to trim after the fact. They almost need to be perfect. Otherwise, see, this one's too full. I will never be able to trim that. Oh, there's cured resin next to that. Get off. I think we got it. All right. So we got to wait about 6 hours before we can get that stuff out of the pressure pot. So I'm not going to turn this heat mat on for quite a while. I'm just going to let them firm up themselves, and then I'll turn it on so they can all be cured and cooled at the same time. So let's see who the comment of the day is. Everything is cured and ready to come out. However, Happy Mail has been building up and I keep forgetting to put it on. So guys, I'm sorry. I know it's always 2 weeks after I get it anyway, but I got a few things from Nilsa. And the funniest thing happened with this, and I texted her, I'm like, did you send 2 sets of everything? And she's like, no, I only sent 1. I'm like, oh, because we got 2 sets. Well, we didn't get 2 sets, Nilsa. The package that I looked in and put them back in the package ended up getting moved to another part of the house, and I didn't know that, and I opened up that package and I'm like, this is the same exact thing. And he's like, oh, well maybe we got 2 of them. It wasn't. It was the same package. So we got a couple little critters. Oh, these look like little... I should have opened these. Let me open these. That's much better. So you don't have to hear all that. So these are a large and a small squirrel. Super cute. I think I have those. I'm not sure. I think I've done them once, but that's okay. We'll do them again. And then a large and a small bird. And then this is cool. I've never had one of these before. This is a napkin holder. And it's funny because I look at napkin holders all the time for me to make a mold, and I've just never done it because of the amount of silicone it would take. But I'm glad, because now I want to try it. I'm super excited about this one. This is really cool. And of course, she didn't forget Don. He's got another pound of vanilla flavored Tootsie Rolls for himself. Thank you so much, Nilsa. That was so kind of you to send all that for us. Let me get the next thing. Oh, and she sent this too. I'm sorry, I forgot. Totally forgot. It was sitting here in a box. These are like glass pieces. 2 in the color of an orangish apricot-y, and then this deeper, darker orange. So that's a nice little filler to put in something, especially in the fall time. So those are going to go with my fillers. So that is from Nilsa as well. Thank you so much. And then Rose sent me some, oh wait, this one is not from Rose. This one is from, oh, this one goes with that one. Let me put that together. I will go over Rose's first. So Rose Hack says, Michelle and Don, I didn't want you to run out of spatulas, stirring sticks, or brushes for cleaning the molds. You like practical gifts, so that's what these are. Enjoy and Merry Christmas. Love y'all, from Rose Hack. Rose, you are so funny. She sent a ton. Basically a set for me and a set for Don. We have a ton of these little, they're like makeup brushes, but they're silicone, and you use them, and what I do is cut across the top of this, which I need to get another one because mine are getting full of silicone, or full of resin. So I just take these out, and I just slice right across the top of that piece of silicone because it's got this little bow in it, and I want it straight across to be like a squeegee. So we will never, ever, ever run out of these ones. Then she sent two sets of these. These are the stick ones, which I love. So I'm not going to like have to try to keep them so clean. I mean, after a while, that's the other set. They do get resin buildup even though I clean them. And then we got 2 huge sets of spatulas. So she does not want me to ever stop storing resin, which is good. Thank you, Rose. I appreciate your thought behind that. She wants to keep me on here. Gives her something to do at 6 o'clock. Now, Lauren gave me a couple things. This just came in the mail. It says variety. Well, I told her because she told me they were coming. I said, I already have some. And she's like, that's okay. You're getting them anyway. So these are the black nail polish bottles. And she says in here, now you can have one with crushed crystal in it. Choices. God bless, from Lauren. So these are, they come with your little ball bearings, a little funnel to fill up. But these are like this one. I don't need to open it. I'll show you what I have. So this is the black bottle, and I store UV resin in here just because it's easier for me to brush it on than to wipe it on since I'm allergic to it. I don't like my hands getting anywhere near it anymore. So I started buying these, and she's saying, you know, you can always mix crushed crystal and have it all the time so you don't have to stir it into the little pot anymore, which is a good idea. I'm just wondering how to... Well, I guess with a funnel, I'm not sure. I'll have to see if I can get it to go down a funnel. That stuff is pretty thick. So that is a good idea, Lauren. And actually, Lauren and me and Don and my friends, Santo and Eva, met up together up in Tampa. And I drove 2 hours to get there with my friends, going to a craft show. And I knew Lauren lived close, so I asked her if we can meet them in person, and she said yes. She gave me gifts while we were there, and we got rained out at the craft fair, so we drove like all day long and didn't really get to see much because it rained and they closed it down. So I'm like, great. Anyway, it was worth going there for all this because she gave us some gifts. She, of course, different candies for Don. He asked today, he's like, did you do this on video yet? As he's looking through the boxes, I'm like, nope, can't touch it yet. She gave me 2 sets of washi tapes, a little butterfly mold, which has, I think, flowers in it. Another one I wasn't prepared for you. It's got, I think that's an angel. And then flowers in there. So we'll probably have to do all that detail on Demold. So we'll have to do that. She gave me Eye Candy Magma Magenta. That's funny because somebody just ordered something in magenta. Eye Candy Caramatau. This is a brown. She knows I like my browns. This is the Eye Candy Rainbow Orange. And then she gave me some glow glitters. These are some glow glitters, so they will glow in the dark. So that is super cool. And then she gave me this box, which was absolutely beautiful. Let me put this aside because Don has been waiting for his chocolate. This is so beautiful what she bought for me. I loved it so much. I have an entire wall dedicated to crosses, and she didn't know that when she got this for me, and this is exactly where it's going. Look at this. This is Night Metal Design, if you want one. Jim Story, custom and personalized metal signs. If you want a QR code, here, take a screenshot. There you go. But look at that. He's carrying his cross, just like we are supposed to do. This is absolutely gorgeous. I fell in love with it. Thank you so much, Lauren. I really, really appreciate that. I really do. And this is a gorgeous box that I never want to give it away. So I might be storing stuff in there. So let's get to demolding. We're going to do the extras first, as usual. Here's that beautiful blue pigment paste. I tried to be clean because I'm really afraid to have to, oh gosh, I'm going to have to drill a hole through that one. Somebody said these could be earrings, but then you'd have to pour them twice. I just make pendants out of them. If your Santo the other day, he wanted to make a fishing lure out of them. But these are them. They're very shiny. Trimming them that little and then drilling a hole in that little. That's going to be real fun. So those are those. And then we've got, well, this was the leftover pink and blue from the Angels. Oh, look at how cute that is. That is so soft looking. I forgot I had this mold. I get so many molds for extras and they get pushed to the back. And then Don and Santo pulled it out the other day. So now I'm going to remember that I have it. Here's little turtle good. We have these in the store now. I think it's that one, something similar. So if you like these little things, check out the eBay store. I'm adding a whole bunch of smalls with crystals on them. This is a little seahorse. And then here's my flower with that pigment paste. We'll make maybe a keychain out of this or a magnet or something. Just be careful pulling that out of there. Oh, you can see crushed crystal in it. Not too bad. Very shiny. I like the color. Beautiful for ocean scenes, which is probably why Dianca has it, because she does gorgeous ocean scenes. And she's got some beautiful pigments. There is this one. I don't have any bubbles in the wingtips. Some of the crushed crystal came in, but that's okay. It's all right. All right, let me get this out of the way. So most everything is not getting finished, except really my extras. They don't want these finished. They don't want these finished. I may do something to this, and then I was editing the video, you guys, during the day. Got it half edited, and I completely forgot to take the words out of the top piece, like the mica powder off. So I was like watching me pour it over that mica powder that I wanted to take it off, cringing, like I might have to redo that whole top. So I don't know. Let's see what happens. Here is the butterflies. I took these out of the pressure pot, and it did a fantastic job. The reason I like the pressure pot is these really, really tiny faceted ones around the edge. And it comes out perfect in the pressure pot, but not perfect without the pressure pot. That came out really good. Red and yellow is what she wanted. She didn't care if they merged, which they didn't really merge. They stayed pretty true to themselves. So I'm just going to trim them up. When they say they don't want anything done, I still trim them for them. And I will put the Resin Restore. Speaking of the Resin Restore, it's a brand new product, you guys. I did not know, because I live in Florida. This stuff is affected by cold weather. If you order the Resin Restore, try not to order it when a snowstorm is coming, because what's happening is a few people have sent me pictures. The bottle solidifies. So the chemicals in there are solidifying in the cold weather. I had to do a lot of research. So the cold weather is affecting it. Now, I've sold 150 of them probably by now, and it only happened to like 3 people. So either it got frozen on the way, because it is winter right now when I'm recording this, and it affected it. So please, I'm going to wrap it much warmer, going in the mail in the wintertime. If you live in a cold area of the world, make sure the Resin Restore stays in a room temperature room, or wrap it in a blanket, or do something with it, because I did not know that was going to happen, because I didn't even think of testing something like that because I live in Florida. Who would have known? I've never had a problem, and I've been using it for months. So please, if you know there's going to be a snowstorm while you're ordering it, please don't order it yet because I don't want to have to keep, like, I'm replacing them, but I don't want to have to do that. I want you guys to be able to use it as soon as you get it. Here is the yellow. So yeah, that's just a little note I just popped into my head. Here's the green. Because I will trim them. That's what I was saying. I'm going to trim them for them, and then they can do everything else. Here's the blue. Oh, we have a little pigment on there. I'll send them pictures and see if they're okay. And the pink. Not too bad. Not too shabby. Let me move that aside. Let's do these ornaments and see if they look like frosted glass. Which they do. Those are really pretty. Now the crushed crystal looks differently as well in the frosted sections, which I totally forgot what happened, but it happened. That didn't forget. Here is the bells. Not too bad. I got some trimming to do. And she didn't want anything done with these, so she can finish them if she's going to finish them. A lot of people just want things clear with crushed crystal lately. I think I have a couple more coming in with clear. Everything is good. There's no flaws or bubbles or anything that I can see. Just gonna trim them. That's it. Let me move these out of the way. Okay, oh gosh, I am kind of scared to see the top piece, so let's do the bottom piece. This is a really, really, really soft silicone, and they are not selling this mold anymore. I mentioned that when I did it the first time because they damaged their master molds, so they can't do them anymore. That came out pretty, and I think she's going to love that color. It is bluish green. Little bit of powder did get off, but I think that happens when you dump your resin on it, but it's really not bad. It is sharp. I do have to trim. This is the one I do not know is gonna... Oh, so far no bubbles. Yay! Well, everything came out of there. It's actually not horrible. Except I missed a word. Oh, man. It's not perfect. And I do have to go over it. Somehow. They are really, really, really hard to see on this mold. Really hard to see. So, but let's look at everything else. Everything else looks good. Not too bad with my cleanup. All right, so I'm happy with the colors. I'm happy with the painting. I do need to do something because it's not perfect. Let's see how it fits. Oh, it fits great. Fits beautiful. All right, let me get to trimming. I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do with this stuff. Not even going to bother with the fast forward. I'll tell you what I do because it's just a few extras that I have to do. None of this stuff is getting finished at all. I got to keep this out because I think I have like 3 or 4 more of these to do. So I will get that all done. So I will BRB. All right, I'm done. It wasn't as horrible as I thought fixing that cross. So that's good. Didn't do anything to the angels. I trimmed everything. Used the resin restore on everything. Got all those scuff marks off with that. Didn't do anything to her stuff. I put flat back pearls in blue iridescent on this blue one. They're still wet. Put a pinch bail, not a pinch bail, a flat back bail on both of those. Didn't do anything else to them. Put pinch bails on these ones. So I did use a nail file on these. I was not going to use a sander, and I did put the drill through the one that was not done. So they just have a little silver pinch bail on them. Magnets on the back of that and this. Didn't do anything to these. So the cross, What do you think? I think it's good. I'm happy with it. Now, the biggest difference between pressure pot and non-pressure pot. The first time I did this, I didn't have the pressure pot, and it came out really, really good. The only thing I didn't like about it is there were holes every so often in this golden line around here. Not one hole in that line anywhere. So I did go over that with gold. I went over the stems that I had black. I don't know why I did black. I wasn't thinking. So I went over them in gold and the antenna. I used my gold chrome marker. So the difference between today and last time I went over the entire thing with gold chrome marker, let it dry. Then I was having a heck of a time getting all the rest off, and I thought I ruined the piece. This time I did one line at a time. While it was still wet, I wiped it off with alcohol and a paper towel. So I did one line at a time. I got all the words filled in. I'm pretty happy with it. I think she will be too. I love the color. I think it's beautiful. So I hope she does too. If not, you guys will be seeing this on eBay. Maybe I'll take, you know what I'm going to do? She said I can bling this up. I want to quickly, let me find my rhinestones here and a tray real quick. I just want the smallest line of clear rhinestones right there. So I'm just gonna do it real quick. Let me grab a little spoon. The smallest ones that I have, which are kind of a pain to work with because they're so tiny. But I just want a little bit of Michelle in here so she remembers where she got it. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue down there. Take your wax pencil if you haven't done rhinestones. Just pick up your stones. They have to be top up, so you're putting bottom down. That's what these trays are for, so you can shake the tray. If you used all the ones that are facing up, then you shake the tray and you get some more to face up. But this is just my little signature. Oops, there's one. Now it flipped over, of course. And just make sure you're getting them the right way. One more down there. And these little ones are the hardest. You have to really have a pointy tipped pencil to do that one. And then we'll do this body here. Just a couple, just to put my signature. There we go. And one more. Well, you know what? I'm not going to just do one more. I'm going to do what I do. I'm going to do the tips, what I always do, like on every other butterfly. I think I did them last time because there were holes in them from the bubbles. So this pressure pot did a fabulous job for me. I don't have to cover anything up. I'm just doing it because I want to, not because I have to. So that really dressed it up a little bit. So let's do that here too. Just 4, 1 on each corner. I don't want to overdo it. I don't think she'll mind. And if you do mind, you can always take them off and wash it down and get the glue off with alcohol. That is pretty. You know what I'm going to do? Since I did not get these little flowers, I don't know, I just look at a piece and it just kind of tells me where it needs a little stone. Those 3 flowers can use one. And I'm not going to do the others. The other ones, well, you know what I'll do? This one and this one don't have the gold in the center like the rest of them do, so I'm going to get a little bit larger stone. Let me just get these out of the tray, back into my container. I just want one size bigger. I only need 2. I'm just going to put them in these 2 sides. Just because I forgot to put the gold in them. It was really hard to do. There. And there. Beautiful. I love it. What do you guys think? I think it looks amazing. I hope she likes it. Okay, I think that is it for today. All I need to do is get you guys some photos somehow of something clear. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a blessed day, everybody. Bye.
Glitz and glitter paint her way. She lights up hearts come what may. With a brush of faith she starts. Jesus whispers through her art. Patience blooms in every hue. Her love for viewers shines so true. Shimmer sparkles in her eyes. A radiant soul under bright skies. Glitz and glitter, Michelle, a story. Her colors tell faith and love in every part. Jesus guides her shining heart. Canvas dreams and sparkly streams. Her laughter flows like sunlit beams. With each stroke her spirit sings. A masterpiece of golden wings. She sprinkles joy like morning dew. In every shade a promise new. A life of love, a life of grace. In her art we see his face. Glitz and glitter, Michelle, a story. Her colors tell faith and love in every part. Jesus guides her shining heart.